And it goes like this. Standing at the raised edge of the field, Chunu surveyed the Fegra tree carefully. His eager searching eyes closely examined each branch and leaf of the Fegra, as though a treasure lay hidden somewhere among them. Spring was in full bloom. Fields and crops, forests and meadows, all swayed in the golden breeze. The heavy fragrance of wildflowers, the just bloomed burans, kachnar, and kuja pervaded the air. The soft shoots of the fegra tree at the boundary of the field gave a feeling of freshness. Among them nestled the small, kafal-sized green fruit, and Chunu searched for something in their midst. Ever since his dadi had told him the story of that magical blossom, Chunu has known no peace. Yet he cannot share his restlessness with anyone else. He wants to keep his secret for now. Once he finds the Fegra blossoms, what a great time it will be! He will get anything in the world just sitting at home. Isn't that wonderful? The Fegra blossom is truly miraculous, Dadi had told him. But it can only be seen by an especially fortunate person. To an ordinary person, it remains invisible, even if it is right there. Chunu couldn't understand this mystery, but that didn't matter to him. He just wanted the Fegra blossom, nothing else. This was the purpose, the goal, or perhaps the fulfillment of his life. Then it must be a magical flower, isn't it, Dadi? Chunu had asked inquisitively. Yes, we can say that it is, Bitwa, Dadi lovingly called her grandson Bitwa. Then deepening the mystery, Dadi said, if someone finds the Fegra blossom, their house will always be prosperous. Their grain basket will never be empty, and all their desires will be fulfilled. The blossom brings peace and happiness. So, this story goes on, how Chunu keeps looking for the Fegra blossom, and Fegra blossoms cannot be found because they are inside the fruit, right? So you don't see them. But this is about a little boy imagining what he will do if he gets magical powers. And then because अकेले उसको मिल नहीं रहा है, तो फिर वो अपने दोस्त को भी साथ ले लेता है कि चलो you also come and we will go looking. And it is Dadi who indulgently keeps telling him, yes, this tree does. This flower is seen only by the fortunate ones. And so Chunuk said, and I am also fortunate, am I not, Dadi? You always say that I'm very lucky. Dadi laughed. Yes, of course, my boy, you're very fortunate. You're the light of my house. Born after 4 girls, one after the other, you, my Vitwa, are the answer to our prayers. And there you have gender. Yeah? Then you have gender. So why can't I find the Fegra blossom? Have patience, son. Let the season change first. It's not the season yet. Nothing grows if the time is not right. Everything has a season. Folk knowledge. Everything has a season. And so Chunu, of course, keeps looking for the flowers. He had dreams. Dreams about what? Dreams that there will not be a dearth of money in the house. He will give Babu some money. They will eat jalebis. They'll be able to buy things, shoes, etc. So Chunu looked high and low, but usko nahi mila. And then Chunu took into confidence his friend Dhannu. What will you wish for if you find the Fegra blossom? I'll ask for love for everybody, Chunu responded. I'll ask for love. So from money to shoes, jalebi, comes down to love. And you see how the child is processing magical powers. We all have this magical power. We just need to discover it. You'll ask for love? Ha ha ha! Dhanu burst out laughing. You moron! The flower increases grain, brings plenty. It doesn't remove hatred from the heart, stupid. It doesn't. So magical powers don't remove hatred. We look for magical powers for material gain, not for love, not to remove hatred. We don't need to look for that magical power because it's already inside us. We need to find that blossom inside us. Why not? If the flower can bring plenty, surely it can increase friendship. Oh Yara, if you have to ask for a girl's love. That's done for you. Then, of course, Chunu goes into a daydream and he looks at the iron Rakshas is grinding the rocks and spewing smoke from his mouth, which is, of course, a stone crusher. So for the child, it is something new, that machinery. And mountain ko kha ja raha hai. Huh? The stone crusher. Very relevant to the environment theme and how we are seeing the mountains fall today. And he calls it, Dadi says, it is Tundi Rakshas. Yeah? So this environmental disaster is like a Rakshas attacking our environment. And we are the Rakshas also. So we need magical powers to heal our trees, our mountains, our rivers. Anyway, so he keeps dreaming, and then he suddenly thinks that they are flying. Chunu said to Dhanu, let's fly. How? How? Stupid. The miracle blossoms in our bags. We will fly like Hanumanji. Then let's fly. Higher and higher, they both rose up with the wind. The bushes, waterfall, trees, hills were left far below. Like Hanuman, they rode the chariot of the wind from one corner of the sky to the other, flying freely, doing acrobatics like aeroplanes. Are you having fun? Chunu asked Dhanu. Yes, very much. And you? Imagine the gliders. Me too. It feels like being on the Ferris wheel. Now let us drop a blossom on the Jogni waterfall. In this waterfall, there is a story that people used to, go and pray there, and miraculously, big utensils would appear which people could use for their carriage, shadi, or some such thing. And then they had to return them there at the waterfall. And then when they needed them, they could pray to the water body, and again they would get it. But once they did not return all of them, and then since then the utensils didn't come. So that's the folk story, okay? And then he says, let's put there, and then the magic of the waterfall will again arise. So you can see there's a comment on society, social issues, so many of them that you find in this story. And both of them were tired from all the flying, and now they wanted to return to land. So what did they do? They're throwing the Phagra blossoms, the barren land has become green. The waterfall is in its full glory. Fish are swimming in the stream after years. The watermills began to turn, and the springs and step wells filled with water. The vanished birds reappeared and chirped on the trees. The wounded hill healed, and grass and trees sprang up as though nothing had happened. So magic, I wish we could turn back the magic, the time with our magic. Both of them were tired. And now they wanted to return. They saw the brimming pool in the stream and could not hold themselves back from jumping straight into it. Bache karte hi pani dikhta hai, they jump into it. Chapak, chapak. Waves rose up from the pool. Then they began to swim in the water. They pinched their noses and dived under the surface, then flipped over and tried swimming on their backs. Their limbs moved rapidly as they swam. Chatak! A slap landed on Dadi's cheek, and she was awakened from her sleep. He was still moving his arms and legs. Dadi shook him. Chunu, oh Chunu, what's the matter, son? Wake up. Chunu woke up with a start and asked, Dadi, where is my Phagra blossom?